sun, you could have stayed. It's only over when the day is done. I never knew you was a runner, yeah. I mistook you for a son. It don't matter what we think when it's all over. 'Cause this is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah. This is our last chance to leave it all behind. Raise your voice and raise your power, yeah.
Archie, is it fun?
Fun.
Fun.
After me. Ready? Happy?
Happy.
New?
New?
New.
Was wrong to say I wouldn't change a thing, 'cause in the story of our lives, the best of times through color glass, time rolls on enough to let me move on past, but every little now and then it creeps on back to shape my smile.
Today is September 14, 2022. It is 4:47 a.m. I don't normally record around this time. I was editing and then I stopped midway and decided to cut the video that I was editing into two parts. There's a lot of tweets that I want to share with you. I may not finish record all of them, but I'm gonna do my best to, let me see, 2, 4, 6, at least 8 or 9 tweets I want to share with you, and then later on hopefully I could get back to them and then I'll share them with you. So let's go on Twitter. New subscribers, welcome. If you're just passing by and you are Team Sussex, please subscribe. All right, so I think this was the first one. Did I look? Yep, that was the first one. Okay, this is Omid, Sussex spokesperson. Quote, Prince Harry will wear a mourning suit throughout events honoring his grandmother. His decade of military service is not determined by the uniform he wears, and we respectfully ask that focus remain on the life and legacy of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. Alright, because I don't think I shared that in a video, but I might have shared it on my community board, like a screenshot where they said that he will not be wearing his uniform, military uniform or whatever. And yeah, I was having a discussion with someone on my community board where I said just wow or something like that, and they said, why are we surprised about it? I was like, I'm not surprised, but every time people see it, whoever they know who's just passing by and see it, at least they'll know this is what's happening with it. I've known that they told him not to be wearing his uniform. It's the selfish thing of these people. They don't know it's what's the inside that matters. They focus on the exterior kind of thing. I mean, I didn't say that with the person that I was discussing, but I'm mentioning in this video that the royal family tends to think it's the exterior, the facade of things, that's what matter. Meanwhile, the things, the tangible things that Harry's doing, people could see with the Invictus, the lives that he's changing, he's helping, and all of that. They don't see it that way. They do not see it that way. All right, so let's read some of the comments. This is Joanne Jodiva. Okay, Harry doesn't need to wear a uniform to honor his grandmother or serve the military community. From one veteran to another, thank you for your service, Harry. She's a vet, okay? And a very good squaddy. All right, that's the man I love, a real man. Okay, my guy, once a soldier, always a soldier, uniform or not. He doesn't look shabby in a suit either. Okay, even and no clothes. Actually, they're probably even making it much easier for him. You know why? You guys probably gonna scream at me on this, because he's traveling. Remember when he went to the UK and then to Germany, the part of attending how do you call this, attending a funeral wasn't part of his plan at all. It happened while he's there. So they're making it much easier for him to just wear one clothes. He doesn't need to go buy different clothes and all of that. Maybe they press it, depend on the outing, the services that they're making him do. Maybe get a dry clean or something like that. Well, it's just a suit from the facade, from the outside, but a white shirt, he probably needs to wear one every day or get it clean or something like that. All right, so he's like, I'm just gonna wear a morning what did they call it, he will wear a morning suit throughout event, okay, honoring his grandmother. So there. Okay, let's read some of the more comments. Okay, this one found army training too consuming. Yeah, I spoke about it in one of my videos. This one found army training too consuming. He missed mommy's corgis and deserted. He ran back to the castle, but that doesn't stop him from playing dress up in military gear. Heck, he even has a military appointment. I'm sad for Harry, but let this family expose their hypocrisy. That's for sure. Never served. And he went on training, he left, he couldn't do it. Damn, he did look pretty good when he was much younger. Prince Edward controversy after Cambridge place despite poor grades. Poor grades. Okay, quote, His Royal Highness Prince Edward was letting down the side by resigning. He will become a first member of Britain royal family in memory to quit military training. Wow. Okay, Edward leaves the Marine without honorable mention. 13 January 1987, the prince is expected to forge a career in the performing arts, withdrawing from training. I covered that. How I was able to know about this is because one of the squatters on Twitter said his wife had a miscarriage, and that's when Meghan was pregnant with Archie, and then I saw all this negativity that was going on. That's where I was starting to educate myself with things, and then through Twitter, you know, you find some interesting comments, and then I was like, is that true? Why will someone who had a miscarriage be, you know, not say anything when the whole freaking country is against Meghan? This kind of thing. That was the process of me looking more into if his wife had a miscarriage, and then it was true, and then through that I found out he had this ardent production kind of thing, and I looked deeper into it. And then as recently as around the 2020 election or something like that, where they were talking about Trump or something, that how much he boosted his wealth or his properties when he's selling it, but downgraded when pretend it doesn't worth much when it's time to pay taxes. And then that crossed my mind after I had read something regarding the ardent production with Edward, where he said for 7 years it was losses, and I was like, how could someone stay in business for 7 years and then that's all he was reporting was losses, and then put the Trump incident with his losses, and I was like, that's it, so he doesn't have to pay tax. That's why he did that. That's my humble opinion. I didn't say he did, but based on that, putting one and one together, it could be. I think I put in the comment in the thumbnails, that might be, I use the word might be the reason why he claimed losses. Alright, so yeah, that's that. Let's continue. Prince Edward bowed out of his career with the Royal Marines yesterday, with everybody at pains to stress that his crimes were not physical. However, one of the delights he missed at Lambston Barracks as a result was the chemical and biological warfare course, in which trainees are warned to be very careful about their bowel movement during hours. I just thought of Tom Bauer. Anyway, okay, their bowel movements during our seal inside protective suit on Mac Alert. Okay, an option he is now thought likely to explore is a backroom career in the performing arts, perhaps in television or in the theater, which he enjoyed as a Cambridge undergrad. Administration is one possibility. His expected decision was announced by Buckingham Palace and greeted by a mixture of oh my god. But yet he wants to wear dress up. Wow. He couldn't even take the training, but he loved the uniform. Whew, child, please. Alright, let's see here. The toy soldier with all his chocolate coins. Because Prince Harry is a man of dignity, integrity, class, honor, humble, heroic. He knows his relationship and where he stands with the military's families. Love him, no uniform can give you the honor.
It's your character that matters most.
Alright, this was his last official event with the Royal Marines after they announced they will step down. Nothing can take that away. Yep, 1 minute and 5 seconds. Let's listen to it.
We are honoured this evening to have with us the Captain General Royal Marines, His Royal Highness Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex, accompanied by his wife, Her Royal Highness the Duchess of Sussex.
It's very touching. It's very touching, especially as he was leaving. They're like, hip hip hooray. Alright, well, watch till the end. He doesn't need to play dress up to prove his worth. Look at the standing ovation from his fellow veteran, Prince Harry. I'm sorry, if you don't see it, there's probably some sort of a tag on my videos that prevent me, because there's a music in the background, but I'm gonna play it. If I get flagged for it, I'm just gonna cut it. Alright, so 1 minute and 15 seconds.
Now, it is my good evening, everyone. We are so grateful to the Netherlands for welcoming us and for hosting the Invictus Games. For each team, my husband and I both recognize it's been a lot to get here, both physically and emotionally, not least of which for the Ukraine team, whom we are all standing with. Oksana team, we talked about it yesterday. Slava Ukraini. One thing I know for sure is that every single moment it has taken to get here will be worth it. Because it is here at the Invictus Games that we honor your years of active duty on the field and your continued service to your country, to your family, and your community off the field. Thank you so much for your service, and thank you to all the family and the friends that are here who have been supporting you along the way. Because this is service, this is dedication, and this is the Invictus family. Now, it is my distinguished honor to introduce someone that I think you'll all be very excited to hear from. He has also spent many late nights and early mornings planning for these games to make them as perfect as possible for each of you. I could not love and respect him more, and I know that all of you feel the same, because he is your fellow veteran, having served 2 tours of duty in Afghanistan and 10 years of military service. He's the founder of the Invictus Games and the father to our 2 little ones, Archie and Lily. Please welcome my incredible husband, Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex.
I have it somewhere, but I'm gonna put it, I'll put my own clip of this one. I think I have it, but there's a music in the background. There's a voice singing, so I don't want to get flagged. I know I will get flagged. Okay, those same veterans are also not permitted to wear the uniform once they have left. This is nothing new. I am a veteran and we respect each other, but there's no conspiracy here. All right, let's see here. Okay, we are talking about his family. Anyway, it works out better for him to wear a suit instead. This way, his family who have never served can play dress up. The one who served can't wear uniform, but these can. Okay. Look at them chocolate here. Alright, they are working royal with honorary titles from Her Majesty the Queen. Not saying it's right, but that's how it works. If I could wear my uniform again, I will, if it fits. Alright, to be fair, honorary uniform, they wear mean nothing if you have never served. That's very good. That's a very good discussion going on here. Alright, to be fair, honorary uniform they wear mean nothing if you have never served. It's just like fancy dress. Harry said it doesn't change anything anyway, so it's all good. P.S. Andrew is allowed to wear uniform for half of the ceremonies, so the working royals argument doesn't add up. Very good. Alright, as I said previously, I don't agree with Andrew being allowed to wear it. If you are gifted a military role from the monarch, then they strip him, whatever the something after the Virginia Godfrey kind of incident, they strip him of things. So he's not a working royal, so I don't know. Alright, if you are gifted a military role from the monarch, you do not refuse to wear it at her funeral. There's the part here, refuse, but yet they want Harry to return that Sussex, the dukedom. So there's a thing of being a disrespectful to the monarch if you return it. So these people are really, directing Harry into a ditch. Alright. He is a class act. Forget about the pettiness of Charles. The focus is on the Queen. I really love Harry. It's not petty, it's protocol. If he did it for Harry, he will have to do it for what? Andrew, hi at Scobie, need your help to put the Prince Harry uniform jean back in the bottle and replace it with Prince Harry and his grand. This pic makes me laugh too, so this should work. There's that. That is true. Yeah, let's look at it. There's him laughing at the Queen. Alright. I need to move on. Okay, he is so damn gracious. I, however, reserve the right to be enraged on his behalf. Alright, as I do, the rest will look like a joke with their chocolate medals. That's how it's done. Harry knows exactly what these people are like and isn't going to insist on wearing the trapping of his former life. He's there for a funeral. The West should remember that instead of leaking to the press and attack them. Okay, they forget Harry doesn't need their permission to set the facts straight anymore. He can and will speak when he needs to. That's why he had his spokesperson do it. Alright, next tweet. Harry is smart for releasing that statement because now they can do that thing where they announce something, then reverse it after they got a negative reaction. That is true. Alright, I bet they came running to him and telling him that he can wear his uniform, but he said, nah, too late. You're not about to switch up on me. Have fun with cosplay. That's right. But according to the Daily Fair, those who aren't on social media think he is announcing his wardrobe choice just for attention. I mean, they always have a way of spinning things. Okay, it's awful how a classy statement is twisted so badly. Yep. Let's see, they are awful miserable people. Anything he does or doesn't do will be twisted into their vile fanfics. Okay, bingo. I'm starting to believe Harry told them no to the uniform. He's so many steps ahead of the salivating royal voter. Okay, stay forever. Alright, let's go to the next tweet. I read all of the comments under it. Okay, new. Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, will wear a mourning suit throughout event honoring his grandmother. His decade of military service is not determined by the uniform he wears, and we respectfully ask that focus remain on the life and legacy of Her Majesty Queen Elizabeth II. I mean, Harry got the memo. You hear throughout, since they mentioned that the Queen had passed, all you hearing is things about Harry and Meghan, but yet you're not hearing not too many things about the Queen. All right, let's read some of the comment. And this is why Harry said the focus should be about the Queen. All right, statement is former press secretary for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex, the Queen. All right, he is not defined by the uniform. Unfortunately for the family, that's all about optics. This on go will make everybody wonder what the uniform wearers have done to earn their medals. As he couldn't get what he wanted, only make a statement and assume you're not working royal anymore. I can see a little bitterness talking about his decade. But anyway, quote, me, in order to distract from the funeral of my grandmother. He specifically said the focus should be about the grandmother. So who leaked the thing about him not wearing his uniform? Who leaked it? Okay, let's do a couple step back. Who leaked it that says he cannot wear his uniform? And I think I did a screenshot about it and posted out. Okay, I think Omid had put something out. Who leaked this information to the press where the press had to put it out? Which Omid was one of the press people to put it out, right? So who leaked that to the press? And then which had forced him to put his own statement out and said he will wear his mourning uniform. And then at the end of his statement, he said the focus should be on the Queen, not him. So now they're twisting that again. Wow. As he couldn't get what he wanted, only make a statement and assume you're not a working royal anymore. I can see a little bitterness talking about his decade. Whatever. Okay, me. There's another one. In order to distract from the funeral of my grandmother. Now, the people these are people, there's something in those people's brain that's blocking to see the true things that's really going on here. It's like, there's a cause and effect. If the cause didn't happen, the effect will not happen afterward, which is why Harry had to put his own statement out. Alright, I would like to issue another unnecessary statement about myself so that I can redirect the spotlight toward me yet again. These are people, look at it, what is it? Tag Piers Morgan. Okay, Harry is trying to keep the peace, and the Rangers and this comment have to try to twist things. Stop being so full of hate. That is true, especially now. Okay, I'm hoping he issue that to stop all the complaining from their supporters too. All right, the world recognized a true military veteran who has done much for wounded and sick veteran after his service, as opposed to a disgraced uncle who gets an exception to wear his uniform. The world will see the royal family turn deaf on display. Okay, Charles is petty and continue to be petty. Okay, he's having a tantrum behind the scene. He's definitely pissed. Yeah, look at it. For instance, look at his first day on the job, where he has to sign some documents or whatever. So the desk had some ink for him to use and stuff like that. Now he needed the desk to be clear. The attitude this guy put just for the thing to be moved, and then his hand is so close to the ink tray, whatever it is, he can even lift it to give it to the aide to move it out of the way. From day one, he's already showing a F at the job that he waited his entire life for. Now he got it the first day of the job. This is the thing he showed the world. Okay, he's having a tantrum behind the scene, and he's definitely pissed. And then not only that, the following day, which was yesterday, something came out, and I put it here, but I don't think I'll be able to cover it in this video. I'm probably gonna have 2 or 3 other videos. Is that there's an article that came out that says that he fired some I guess the people that were around the desk that made him get, to show the world how angry he is. I don't know. I need to read that article. As of now, I have not read it, but I took screenshot to show people and then give the link for other people to read it. But I want to wait when I'm doing the recording to share my opinion and whatever opinion I may have. Alright, so probably those people he fired, and he's blaming his bad behavior on other people. Alright, he's having attention. Okay, I read that. If he wanted to, he could just wear his uniform. What they're going to do if he just wears it, hold him down and strip him. I mean, it's just out of respect. Okay, people who have respect and they know who's in line, it's in terms of law and following the rules of law. Because if ever everybody gets to do whatever they want, and the world will be in chaos. Now, the world is in chaos right now because the rich and powerful wants to do whatever they want. This is the thing we're having right now. It's not just in the UK. It's going around the world. The rich and powerful, they are in position of power. They want to keep that power. For those who don't see that what's really going on, there's little bits and pieces of things I'm not sharing. I try to focus on this channel, the Sussexes family. But when you look the overall of things around the world, the rich and powerful are in control. Okay, so now the struggle that we're having here, they want to keep power. That way they could do whatever they want. And it doesn't work like that if you are living in a society where everybody have opinion. Everybody wants to do their things different way. So there have to be a rule of law for people to follow. That way we could respect each other's own way of life. This kind of thing. So this is where the problem is. Okay, it's been going on, but now, throughout history, they're working inch and inch, little inch at a time to get the power that they needed to do whatever they want. So there's pushback. Couple times we step back, and then we took a couple step forward. We step back, we took a couple step forward. Okay, when we look at let's say from President Obama, for instance, we took a huge step forward, and then what happened? We had Trump. We made couple step back again. So now they want that power back again. So this is where we are, the tug of war. So Harry cannot just go and do whatever he wants. Okay, the rule of law. So the people who are in position to dictate what he should do, he has to follow it. All right, if he comes and do his own thing when these facts have been put out, can you imagine the amount of bad mouthing he's gonna have on top of the amount of bad mouthing he's already having? All right, so he already put his statement out. Okay, it's fine. They don't want me to wear. That's fine. I'll just wear a regular suit. Okay, he called it a suit of mourning. All right. There's this. No, because if he wanted to, he could wear his uniform that they're going to do. Okay, I just read that. Well, for the people that are criticizing Harry over this statement, just remember this whole little controversy could have been avoided if the royal family just decided that they should all wear mourning suit. That's right. But no one, we need to play dress up and make ourselves feel extra important. Okay, they'll never be satisfied. That's why this is a perfect statement. He's reminding him that their queen has died and that they shouldn't worry. He doesn't plan to show up in his birthday suit. He knows they can handle Meghan's assets that lay underneath. That is funny. Okay, he needs to stop telling people what to do. Who is telling people what to do? Not Harry. They're getting into his business and he's just saying, stop the madness. I'm just gonna wear this plain regular suit. Okay, just focus on the queen. I'm well aware of his definition of respect and my opinion. Why does this person tag? Why does it always have to be about Harold and Megs? Okay, whatever. Alright, let's go to the next tweet because I know few I have to wake up my son. Alright, next tweet. There's Umid again. Unforgettable scenes as the state hearse, which was designed to allow members of the public to have a clear view of the Queen's coffin, make its way through central London and its final stretch toward Buckingham Palace. Alright. It's very dark, it's hard to see. So there's the hearse. So there's the Queen and the coffin. Is that what is it, 10 Downing Street or something like that, where the Prime Minister works? Okay, I don't know. It just looked familiar. I never been to London. Okay, he fixes spelling, Buckingham Palace. Okay, I can't believe this. just because he make a spelling mistake, okay, and then he correct himself, the Rangers went at work just on that. I can't believe this. All right, he works for the Sussexes. Anyone would think these discourteous errors were referring to the royal family were intentional. Can you imagine this? But being a professional journalist, I'm sure that isn't the case, and this is why a lot of people is asking Twitter to have edit button. We make so many mistakes on spelling, and sometimes we purposely put abbreviation certain things to make our to use our as much amount of fonts as possible. All right, so this is my response to that. Welcome to Twitter, social media, the place where the best spellers and grammatical people reside. Perfection seen every day on Twitter streets. Okay, I was like, welcome to the dream team. I mean, we make mistake all the time. Oh God, can you imagine the amount of mistake that I make on my tweet? Forget it about it. Okay, Buckingham, please spell it correctly. Okay, is it true that the coffin was made 30 plus years ago? Oh, there's no comment on that. I would love to know. Macabre, okay, agree. All hearses in this country have glass sides, so the coffin can be seen from outside. Okay, I don't know. Hearses are normally designed this way. Not in the US. Okay, Ascoby, I do love you so much, but please proofread your post thoroughly before you post. I mean, it's a mistake. It happened. It happened. I mean, I won't crucify Omid on that because so many mistakes, spelling mistakes happen on social media. All right, next tweet from Omid again. As the Queen's coffin makes its way from the RAF Northolt to London is, okay, Royal Air Force. Okay, I think that's what it is. Royal Air Force Northolt to London, a spokesperson confirms the late monarch will be received at Buckingham Palace by King Charles and Camilla, Queen Consort, and all her children and grandchildren, plus spouses, including the Welleses and the Sussexes. Okay, prayers for Harry and Meghan. May God protect them against any evil. Amen. For a second there, I thought you meant the Consort children. I thought so too. Camilla's kids. Though that wouldn't surprise me. I have expect them to release a notice that Harry is not welcome at the funeral. Okay, Camilla has kids with Charles. Does this mean that we will see Prince Archie and Princess Elizabeth at the... In my humble opinion, personally, I don't think children should be anywhere near death. Okay, because there's this thing, I don't know if it's just me or if it's within my culture or something like that. Even at cemeteries, children should not be at cemeteries. The thing is that their children's spirit are so pure and they're so innocent. So if there is bad spirit, okay, like I said, this is just me. I don't know about any other people. All right, this is why I don't think children should be near anything like that. All right, what's the word I just said a few minutes ago? Their spirit are so pure and innocent. So if there is bad spirit around, they're most likely to go into those innocent children and then try to continue their bad habit within those children. I don't know. Okay, that's just me. I might be talking crazy, but I truly believe children, kids, whatever, should not be anywhere there is dead people, dead bodies. If it's by accident, you do not know, and you happen to stumble upon an area, whatever that is. But if you are fully conscious and knowing very well where you're gonna be at the present, you don't bring the kids there. All right. That's this. I read that the children were flying to London with their grandmothers since they've been apart from their parents for longer than expected, probably too young for the actual funeral. Right, that's another one here, too young for funeral. Okay, it's good. All the families will be there. Hopefully everyone will be civilized. Okay, civilized. Okay, Harry and Meghan hang in there, 7 days to go. Good for Harry and Meghan to see the snake pit and toxicity they escaped was the best decision they ever made. Okay, well, sis, can't you get anything right? Okay, what is it? Now, you know, Twitter and these don't autocorrect setting aren't kind to anyone. Some of these tweets are long. You want to rewrite all that for one misspelled word when everyone knows what you mean. This is the thing that I was saying with the previous tweet with the spelling that, how do you call this? Omit. People understand we make mistake on thing, and then it's social media. A lot of like I said in one of my, it's not this, the previous one, this is where, you know, grammar, people make grammar error, spelling errors, and all of that. All right, let's read this and then move on to the next. I hope Princess Lilibet and Prince Archie are resting in Montecito in California, waiting to reunite with their parents soon. Okay, I saw report that they are flying to London, as all grandchildren and great-grandchildren are expected to attend the funeral. Okay, Omid, thank you. Can you please find out how Prince Harry and Meghan are coping? I mean, how would he know? He can't get that close to them. How would he know? Whatever we see on when they make public appearance, that's what we're gonna see, unless some BS is put out where they have to make their own statement. Okay, I now have a clarity of what went down. Why did the Duke of Sussex, Meghan, have to courtesy to Lee Thompson? Oh, who's Lee Thompson? Oh, is it that guru guy where he was trying to take the flower from her and Meghan was like, nope. Right, let's, and then I point out in one of my videos that Meghan was trying not to give them an inch of things to discuss about her. All right, I have 10 more minutes and one more tweet. Okay, when asked for the flowers, yep, that's the same thing. They definitely traumatized her when she was in KP. Yeah, Meghan is there just for Harry's sake, to support him and then get the F out of there. She doesn't want to give a damn thing for them to talk about. If I could saw that when I was recording and other people saw that same instances, everybody else must see it. And then in another video where I come across a clip where they're really twisting this incident into something completely different. Okay, stop it. She did not courtesy. It was a thank you. She did a small bow down. She did. All right, okay, movement. Any normal person could see how nervous she was. Nothing to make hay out of. Your question should be, why was he up in her face about a basic thing like flowers? Nah, your question doesn't make sense. She make more sense to me. She did a little bow down a little bit, and then the thing is that Meghan was like, nah, I got the flower, I could do it myself. If she literally handed over, they're gonna say something like, oh, she can't even put the flower there by herself, she could this, she's not the working boy. Meghan understand her space. She was like, I understand where I'm at. I'm not part of the working world. I don't want anybody to do anything for me. I could do it. The public hand her the flower, and then she's like, I'll do it for you. All right, let's go to the next one. Next week, detail on Wednesday's procession to Westminster Hall, which will see King Charles, Princess Anne, Prince Andrew, Prince Edward, Prince William, Prince Harry join in foot, Camilla, Queen Consort, Countess Sophie, Princess Kate, and Duchess Meghan travel by car. Times are local. Okay, so all the spouses will be in the car, but the men or whatever, the blood royals will be walking. Okay, the procession to Westminster Hall will step off from Buckingham Palace at 2:22 p.m. on Wednesday 14th. It will arrive at Westminster Hall at 3 p.m. Member of the royal family and the procession are in no particular order: the King, the Duke of York, the Princess Royal, the Earl of Wessex, the Prince of Wales, the Duke of Sussex, Peter Phillips, Vice Admiral Sir Tom Lawrence, the Duke of Gloucester, the Earl of Snowdon. That guy, Earl of Snowdon, wow, he really went under the rug with the Epstein thing. I just have to mention because some stuff came out about him and then you never hear about it. Shove under the rug. The Queen Consort, the Princess of Wales, the Countess of Wessex, and the Duchess of Sussex will travel to the hall by car. Can you imagine Meghan in the car with all of them? What conversation? Meghan is just gonna ignore. Please, may God be with Meghan in there to keep her composure. If she could just close her eyes, take a nap while she's there, and let the noises between those freaking whatever, those cesspit of a snake and the car with her. Let's just hope they're not in the same car. I just hope they're not in the same car. Okay, the short service will last approximately 20 minutes and be led by the Archbishop of Canterbury, accompanied by the Dean of Westminster. Afterward, members of the royal family will depart by car. Lying in state will then begin at 5 p.m. Alright, there's me here. The shit they're putting our good sis for loving Prince Harry. That's love, okay? As one quote say, quote, love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endure all things, end quote. She will endure for love of Harry, if no other reason. Meghan's got this 6 more days. That's for sure. 6 more days to go. Meghan in the car with them. Look at this. The squad are talking about the same thing. Meghan in the car with them. They really are putting my good sis to too much. Let me say a prayer for my boo. Cause, oh Lord. No. Okay, does Meghan get security in the car? She needs a bottle of holy water. Oh my God, that's even... She needs a bottle of holy water if she's in the car with Parker Bowles and Wadey Katie. Alright, let's see. There's some comment here. Okay, 5 minutes to wake up the kids. Okay, can you imagine the white smoke if she spilled holy water on Sophie, Kate, and Camilla? And all we see leaving the car is a series of poor white women strangled by melted black tide. Oh my God, the squad have to turn this into something else. Oh my God, I want some of what you are drinking. Oh my God, I want some of what you're drinking. Let's see here. Going up in smoke. Okay, stop embarrassing yourself, babe. No, it's funny. These people are vile. They are snake. I know if you go into black hate account, it goes both ways. The squad or something. More than likely she'll be with Ford Fiesta because of ranking by herself. Alright, there's this. This is the person who did who spoke about Meghan, comparing Meghan's married to Harry as similar to the same reaction the people had when Nelson Mandela was released in prison. This is the person. Let me book. Oh, who's that? Daily Fair. Oh, not where. Okay, South African composer doesn't remember. Oh, please. They switched that. Oh my God, please, Lord, please make Meghan bring him to her podcast at the end of the season. Please, I beg you. I spoke with an other podcast where I said those 2 slots that's left open. I hope Meghan bring people that the royal rats make controversies about that into her podcast, because they already switch it, like they counteract, they black, okay, to say their nonsense. Okay, all 3 actual. There's people laughing. Okay, she better not spill it, or all that be left are the smoking red sparkly slippers. There's the shade. But people are just laughing. Would love to see the smoke. Alright, so that's all for this video. I need to wake up my kids. Let's do a prayer for the sake of this video, but I have a couple more. Hopefully I could my husband goes to the office, so I could do it. Okay, prayer. Let's say for our sis. That's Meghan. For our sister and time of in time of trouble. Let's use that, in time of trouble, because right now she's like in a freaking snake pit. Okay, Father, comfort your daughter, my sister, in her time of strife. Help her to get through her season of struggle and despair. Take the burden from her, Lord, and yoke herself unto her, that she might finish the race in faith and win her crown of life. Amen. Oh, that fits perfectly. Let's read that image that's next to it. Okay, prayer for my sister, prayer for protection. Father, you are the provider of every good thing. You established the family out of your goodness, that we might know love, support, and companionship in this life. Among your gifts is my dear sister, whom you have given me out of your abundant grace. Lord, send the protection of your mighty angel to watch over her. Keep her safe in the love of your son, Jesus. Amen. Just know this is the prayer that's going out for you, Meghan, because this place over there, oh my goodness. I'm telling you, God gives you that burden to carry, to be there for Harry, because I do not see how Harry will be handled this by himself, because these people are vicious around him. He only has you. So this baggage was meant for you. And then we are sending extra prayers for you to be able to comfort yourself. Find wherever you could find that comfort, because you need it. As much as you are there to support Harry, you need our prayers is what's gonna help you to stand on your 2 feet, to be able to stand as the anchor for Harry, because Harry needs you, but our prayers is going straight to support you, to anchor you. All right, so that's it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link in the description. If you want to be a member, you could be a member. And if you're just passing by and you are a Sussex squad, please subscribe. All right, so that's it. And there might be a video too later on today's date, but right now I need to wake up my kids.